Presented by Listen Headlines. Latest financial news from trusted sources.
Wall Street Journal Markets.
March 13, 5:30 America, New York. How Europe hopes to wean itself from Russian natural gas. Europe has managed to divert some U.S. liquefied natural gas shipments to its ports. But EU countries will likely need to sign longer-term contracts to lock in demand.
New York Times Business.
March 13, 5:02 America, New York. First Amendment scholars want to see the media lose these cases. Some legal experts say it is time to draw a sharp line between protected speech and harmful disinformation. A lawsuit accuses Fox News of intentionally promoting and profiting from false claims of voter fraud during the 2020 election.
Global economy.
March 13, 5 o'clock America, New York. Will U.S. and UK central banks raise interest rates despite the threat to growth? Market Questions is the FT's guide to the week ahead.
Marginal Revolution.
March 13, 1:46 America, New York. Do pictures signal less power than words? This research shows people are perceived as less powerful when they use pictures versus words. This effect was found across picture types, company logos, emojis, and photographs, and use contexts, clothing prints, written messages, and Zoom profiles.
Armstrong Economics.
March 13, 008 America, New York. Trying to figure out why the world is so precise. Question number 1. Marty. Longtime reader, pro member. First of all, thank you for confirming suspicions from my youth that there are cycles everywhere and for expanding the ideas enabling me to see that everything is connected.
Daily FX Market News.
March 12, 2300 America, New York. Brent crude oil forecast. Markets continue search for additional supply. Brent remains volatile as a wave of oil sanctions gain momentum. Upside risks remain as OPEC continues to miss output targets and additional supply measures stall.
BBC News Business.
March 12, 2034 America, New York. Russia sanctions. How the measures have changed daily life. Prices are rising in Russia and some goods are harder to buy. Here are ways sanctions are affecting daily life.
BBC News Business. March 12, 2034 America, New York. Russia sanctions. How the measures have changed daily life. Prices are rising in Russia and some goods are harder to buy. Here are ways sanctions are affecting daily life.
Daily FX Market News.
March 12, 2000 America, New York. EUR, USD forecast. Euro braces for Fed tightening next week. The clawback from Euro bulls this week may be fleeting as markets prepare for a Fed rate hike next week.
BBC News Business.
March 12, 1927 America, New York. Boss accused of defrauding blind workers' pensions. Blind staff at failed 168-year-old business say they are owed pay, redundancy and furlough money.
Marginal Revolution.
March 12, 1459 America, New York. Those older service sector jobs. Putin has said that at one stage he was reduced, while still a serving lieutenant colonel of the KGB, to moonlighting as a freelance taxi driver in order to supplement his income. New York Times Business.
March 12, 1206 America, New York. Meet the underdog of senior care. The program of all-inclusive care for the elderly, funded by Medicare and Medicaid, has quietly succeeded in enabling some older Americans to age in place. Felicia Bittaranta, left. A retired nurse who has had limited mobility since she suffered a stroke, with her home health aide, Altagracia Garcia Reyes.
Wall Street Journal Markets.
March 12, 1011 America, New York. Sanctions ensnare Abramovich rent payments to Queen Elizabeth. The land beneath Roman Abramovich's mansion is owned by the Crown Estate, but UK sanctions mean he isn't allowed to pay rent to the Queen. Wall Street Journal U.S. Business. March 12, 5:30 America, New York. Western drug makers are still providing medicines to Russia. Healthcare companies say they are duty-bound to continue supplying drugs, vaccines and medical equipment to Russia, though Western sanctions have thrown up hurdles.
The Library of Economics and Liberty.
March 12, 029 America, New York. Your favorite episodes of 2021. For 2021, here are the top 10 episodes, which is actually 12. Number 10 was a three-way tie: Sebastian Junger on Freedom, Lamorna Ash on Dark, Salt, Clear, and Don Boudreau on Buchanan.